Good afternoon, everyone. It's fantastic to interact with a community that's growing along with you. Met over the last one day some of the fantastic people who are practicing and deploying some great voice products at their respective companies. So today I'm going to start with a little bit of my story. I'm a chip design engineer for about 15 years. Never sold anything, worked on designing some crazily fast semiconductors. But one day when I called my telecom provider to get my internet fixed is what was an inspiration for starting the company. I had to call my telecom provider about 5 times, repeat the same message all across, and the experience to get my thing done was brutal, right? And at the same time, I was coordinating a breakfast with my friends on WhatsApp that was seamless. Clearly, I felt that there was brands were not serving themselves well by breaking the trust of consumers like me who have been loyal to the brand for so many years by not providing great customer experience. And that essentially, we saw an opportunity there to build something that helps companies deliver phenomenal customer experiences. Fast forward 5 years, as a company, yellow.ai serves about 1,000 plus global customers, and every single day I at least touch our own product 6 to 12 times. Some of the leading airlines to FMCG companies to pharma, Medicare, a lot of these companies are using conversational experience and conversational automation to drive phenomenal customer experiences. And right now, Yellow AI is rated up there by Gartner across 15 plus reports, and as a company, we've raised about $100 million plus. But, right, this is how my experience was when I first made that call to that telecom company. Now to play the video.
Thank you for calling Synergy Health, where human wellness is all we do. I'm Vida, your virtual assistant. In just a few words, please tell me what you're calling about today.
I'm at the pharmacy and have a question about coverage for my son.
You're calling about benefits, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm able to answer many questions about benefits, but first I need to look up your policy. What is your member number?
I see group ID, company code, and pharmacy benefit ID. Which one are you looking for?
In order to continue, I will need your member number. Please enter your member number, or if you don't have it, please enter your mobile phone number. I'm sorry, but I don't recognize your member number or phone number. Would you like to try again or speak with an agent?
Yes, agent. Agent!
I'm sorry I was not able to answer your question today. I will transfer you to one of our agents who can better assist you.
Thank you for calling Synergy Health, where human wellness is all we do. We appreciate you as a member and look forward to speaking with you soon. Due to unusually high call volume, your wait time may exceed 20 minutes. You are number 19 in the queue. Please do not hang up and call back, as this will only extend your wait time. You can also visit our website at synergyhealth.com for answers to common questions.
Okay, let me try their website chat.
clearly, we have all experienced similar scenarios, haven't we? This uses technology, this uses NLP, but the end customer experience is clearly broken, all right? So technology used for the sake of technology is not really delivering benefits and still breaking the trust that brands have with their end customers. And that's when I think we kind of realize that technology, NLP, which is synonymous with conversational agents or chatbots, is not the end all. It's more. To build customer trust and build customer experience, companies need much more. What we experienced here is what we call moments of truth, the intersection between when a customer needs the brand and interaction with the brand happens. This can happen when customer is trying to buy a product, customer is trying to get a support from the brand, or customer is being pitched about the value of the brand, which is marketing. And across these moments of truth, the trust with the customer is built, right? It takes years to build a brand, but the trust and the brand can be broken with a single tweet when the customer has a bad experience. So as brands, are we delivering moments of trust across these touch points is the question that as a community we really want to solve. Why do you want to solve? I mean, why is that an important problem? Why is that a business problem? Can you imagine $1.3 trillion is spent every single year for all the brands together to provide customer support every single year. This is not a cumulative cost, right? And after spending all that money, can you imagine the percentage of end consumers who are happy with that customer support? It's 3%. So phenomenal spend, very little value being delivered. And why is building these moments of trust even more important? It is helping customers buy more from you, right? Even if there are deficiencies in a product or service, a phenomenal customer support and customer experience can have your customers come back, make more purchases, and be gracious with the brand. So 76% of the people said they'll forgive a company because they're providing great customer support and they're going to try the company again. A lot more is changing in the world over the last 5 to 6 years, right? The number of channels in which customers are reaching out to companies have moved from 2 to 3 channels in 2010s, email, phone, to right now 50 plus channels. They can reach on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Apple iMessage, etc. And a significant of the transactions during the COVID time moved permanently from just phone calls to online as well. And now the pressure on the brand to provide great experiences even more, because it's not just enough to provide great experience when customers are calling you, but you need to provide great experience when they are tweeting on your handle, they are messaging you on Facebook Messenger, they're messaging you on iMessage, they're talking to an Alexa. It's a lot more to do for the brands. And the consequence of not providing a great service is clearly here. You might have a great product, but if you're not responding to customers on time, they're not going to buy from you. So just reemphasizes the importance of building these moments of trust across the customer journey. So the next question is, oh yeah, it's a big problem. There is a lot of money at stake. But what is really needed to provide these great moments of trust? And the answer for a lot of companies and why there is this $1.2 trillion of spend is that they have, we'll have more people, we'll invest even more dollars, and I'll hire 1,000 people to keep providing great customer experience to my end customers. And the myth about this superhuman agent that humans are the best at providing customer support is a myth that is existing. But if you kind of dig deeper, Humans and technology have their unique advantages, right? Humans are great at empathy, conveying emotions. But what machines are great at doing is assimilating a lot of data at the same time. They can access 100 systems in 1 second. It takes several days for a human to access 100 systems. And that's where the data about the customer is residing. And those are the systems where the data about the products of the company is residing. That's where the data about all the historical interactions of the customer are residing. So only technology and AI are capable of getting all that data, assimilating into one single response, and get the thing done for the customer in seconds instead of ticket-based systems which take hours or days or months to get the customer problem solved. Which doesn't mean that the humans don't have their specific advantages. Humans are great at delivering empathy. When a customer is looking for information on COVID protocols and assurance, the humans are the best to deliver that empathy. And a lot of the customer support companies are seeing great churn of customer support agents, about 30 to 45% churn, which essentially means that they're not able to provide great consistent responses to the customers, even if they are investing a lot of money in hiring a significant amount of customer support agents. Then what is it really needed to deliver the kind of customer experience consumers expect in day and age? What are customers exposed to? They are exposed to Uber, where they get the car immediately in real time. They are exposed to DoorDash. They get the order real time, right? So the experience has to be absolutely real time, where customers are getting responses, their things are getting done in seconds and not hours and days. Second, the customers are also exposed to products like Apple, products like Uber, products like DoorDash, where the entire thing is getting done. It's not a human who is taking a ticket and resolving it in some time, but their need is fulfilled in real time. So what is really needed is systems that can interact with a lot of your enterprise backend systems and get things done for the user with end-to-end fulfillment. Third, customers are across channels, and they expect companies to be both proactive and reactive at the right time to deliver those experiences. They call the company, they message the company, and the companies are now more global, so they can interact with the company in multiple different languages, and they expect the company to be bespoke with that specific person. So really, omni-channel and all pervasive is what customers expect the current CX to be. So this CX, we think, is provided by what we call dynamic AI agents. What are dynamic AI agents, and how do they convert this requirement of customer experience into a reality? Typically, historically, the development of so-called chatbots or initial conversational automation systems have been about customer asks for some information, there is this database of information, and we provide that information. But does that solve these tenets of the CX for now that we solved? Clearly not. Now, the companies have multiple geographies, the companies have multiple products, customers have multiple channels, and there are different sets of persona of end customers. A true dynamic agent, AI agent, will take all these into consideration and adapts the response to the users, taking into the parameters of geography, channel, proactive, reactive, and getting the transactions done end to end. Not only that, historically, the chatbots have been unilateral in terms of either automation or none, right? You have to call the call center if your chatbot fails, like you have seen at the start. Dynamic AI agents know when is the right time for automation to take over and when is the right time for humans to provide a response. And they seamlessly move across these to modus operandi of providing customer experience seamlessly across channels. And these are the true dynamic agents that can deliver phenomenal customer experience. Clearly, these have been the differences between what a traditional chatbot has been and what are true dynamic AI agents. They can interface with your company systems, not just the CRM. They integrate with Salesforce, they integrate with the banking application, they integrate with the insurance application, get the claim completely done, and if there is a higher bill, they proactively communicate back to the customer, and they can continue the conversation that you originate on a telephone to a chat message that you send on an iPhone while you're on the commute. And with these dynamic agents, some of the world's pioneering companies are making the most out of it and leveraging this to increase their top lines and bottom lines and deliver phenomenal CSAT and NPS. This is a pizza company, Domino's, you've all heard. They have moved 100% of their customer support to the AI agents with humans in the loop. Achieved about 60% efficiency in the way that they are responding back to the customers, increase the number of orders, and increase the channels through which they can receive the orders. And they were able to improve their order efficiency and orders that they were taking during the new year when the volumes were significantly higher and any kind of human bandwidth would not be possible to handle that volume. A leading retailer in the beauty segment, when they were struck with COVID and they had to provide personalized experience, enabled an experience where customers can interact and based on their preferences, have the product surfaced and dynamically connect to the beauty agents based on the context of the customer. So the customer is trying to choose between two products. The AI agent can figure it out and get the right beauty assistant to kind of assist them in their purchase process. Some of our leading customers are global automobile companies, and they know that the purchasers of automobiles, they are typically mobile. They have enabled experiences such as booking a test drive, getting a service done, discussing on offers such as line, WhatsApp, telephony, websites, and seeing phenomenal traction in terms of providing great customer experience. If you see the brands that I'm talking about, these are brands that live and die for customer experience. And these are brands that are adopting these dynamic agents to really pioneer customer experience in the new age where customers are demanding real-time, on-demand interactions. The brands, logistic companies, this is where we keep calling them, where is my package, right? And these companies continuously encounter moments of truth with every single customer every single day, providing an assurance that a package sent by their loved ones is on their way and they are receiving it. These companies have adopted these dynamic AI agents and really catapulted their CSAT scores, provide great assurance to their end customers, and at the same time, at much higher efficiency, they are able to serve a much larger segment of their customers using dynamic AI agents. Airlines, this has been an industry that's critically hit during the pandemic, and once things started opening up, they saw a plethora of customer interactions, and dynamic AI agents have been able to help these brands deliver great experiences and handle huge traffic with significant amount of automation. And companies such as Adidas, right? They have this concept of providing a unique store for every single person. So this is a messaging interface where the users can interact with the brand and get the details through a conversation on the footwear that they want to buy and complete the entire transaction on a WhatsApp channel and then connect directly to the retail store if they need customer support. So phenomenal brands such as Carrefour, IKEA, Adidas, all these pioneering companies are adopting dynamic AI agents and delivering great customer experiences. Then what are we waiting for? It's the brand's voice that changes the world, right? And I think the technology that's needed to deliver these experiences is out there. And I think we recommend all the brands, all the customers to adopt this and understand that the end use of technology is great experience and work backwards from there to kind of devise the right strategy to provide great customer experiences. And here is how a great experience would look like. I missed the video at the right point, but I think if you can play it, that'll be great.
Okay, no problem. Let me figure this out right now. Looks like it's working. I just got confirmation it was updated. Great, that was easy.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Raghu. Do you have time for any questions?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get the question going. What comes to mind when you view Raghu's keynote? Anything come to mind? Any questions while we have this brilliant man on stage? We're going to go right here, then we'll go back here.
So just really quickly, how do your customers find you, and what is the kickoff like? What is the way in which you start your engagement with customers as they come into you?
Fantastic. I was saying that we eat our own dog food. We have something called Mia that interacts with the customers that get started with us. The way that we work with customers is we first try to understand the problem that they are trying to solve. Is it a commerce, customer support, or marketing? And we have our software that runs through their past historical data, bringing out the use cases that provide the maximum value for them in terms of automation. And our team understands their human agent-based workflows, and we configure our software based on these requirements, and they go live. But one significant thing that I would like to mention here is, unlike mobile applications or website applications, which are done once and deployed once, these are living organisms. Customers don't stop at implementing. They need to keep on growing because there is more content, more data, more services, more training, and there are customers who have been on this journey for 4+ years, and they continue to build on top of the platform. So it's a multi-year, decade-long engagement, what we aspire for with most of our customers.
Thank you, Raghu. Back here in the corner. Robert.
Can you walk us through cross-sell and upselling your service?
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting. Oh, that's a fantastic question. So I'll give another learning that we had through our journey. This is a customer, financial services customer, who started using the platform to drive customer support. And before that, they were having customer support representatives that were addressing answers, queries on home loans, personal loans, etc. And they were given a task of cross-selling, upselling other financial products when there is someone calling for the customer support. But customers didn't like that. Their CSATs were coming down because they found it an obligation. Now they moved to a completely automated setup where the customer support queries were answered by the dynamic AI agents. And on dynamic AI agents, the company started upselling, cross-selling products based on the customer support query. Somebody comes for a home loan, they can always be serviced with an additional accident insurance or home loan insurance. The customers found this much better, and their CSAT scores improved because they didn't have the obligation of responding to a human. And they treated a virtual assistant or an AI agent providing this suggestion as a helpful suggestion rather than pushing for a sale. And we're clearly seeing that cross-selling, upselling products using these dynamic AI agents that can move from support to commerce to marketing seamlessly is one of the most used use cases across the industry. Does that answer your question?
Also like to know more about, you have a database back there, or do you have emotional components to it for your cross-sell, upsell?
Yeah, sure. We do definitely have emotional or sentiment understanding when you're cross-selling, upselling, because when you're really like a telecom provider that I call for, they're not solving my problem and they are selling me a bigger data plan, I mean, I would be or not be happy. So one of the bases for cross-selling and upselling on top of these conversations is understanding the intent of the user to potentially buy more, or their factor of happiness or satisfaction with the current set of interactions. So that's a key component of how these upsells and cross-sells can be made.
Okay, we got time for one more question right here in the front.
Yeah, hi Raghu. I think we're still in early stages of this technology. So what is your vision of where this is going in 5 to 10 years?
That's a great question. If I have to summarize the answer in one short sentence, what technology is doing is that it is taking the interactions as closer to human-like as possible, while retaining the advantage of the ability to take a lot of data and speed of that technology brings to the fold. So clearly seeing the technology will expand into video interactions where there would be humans, there would be videos that would be, virtual videos that would be interactive with humans. The second I would see is tone adaptation, where you're seeing the celebrities or the spokespersons of the company's tone being replicated across all the single conversations. And ultimately, a lot of other technologies are coming in, like AR, VR, where again, taking the experience as closer to a human interaction as possible. And I'll give one moonshot based on what's happening in the world right now. I think the end state could also be a metaverse, right? I think so with the vision of metaverse, you're seeing that a lot of humans have both a virtual and real life, and brands want to be there where humans are. So I think there are going to be interactions, but that's kind of far-fetched. But this is how I see it over the next 2, 5, 10, 15 years.